What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everyone who support the platform. Much love, much love. If you are here, you can hear me clearly. Please put a number one in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me crystal clearly before we get into today's show. Before we get into today's show, let me know if y'all can hear me crystal clearly. Okay. Let me get a few more ones. Let me get a few more ones, and then we're going to get into the show. We are going to get into the show. Okay. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to everyone. And of course, we are back right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'm your host, DS1 Ross. Of course, I appreciate all the love and the support. Shout out to everyone in the building. Salute to all the visionaries. I appreciate all the love and the support. I'm going to give some shout outs to see who's in the building. I'm going to need y'all to hit that like button. I'm going to need y'all to hit that like button. Everyone that's in the building, if you were here, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all share today's show. Share it on your community tabs, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Anywhere that you share content, make sure you share today's show. If you missed part one of today's show, the link is also down in the chat room. Just click that link, and that is the link to part one of today's part two. So let's see who's in the building, and we're going to get into the show. We're going to get right into the show. Shout out to Astral Atmosphere in the building. What's good, Astral? Shout out to Astral. Ray Stansberry. What's good, Ray? Shout out to you. Shout out to my dog, Wax AP in the building. Salute, my brother. I appreciate your support. Shout out to the Nile River in the building. What's good, Bob? Shout out to my man, Bob. Hey, Miss Camille. Good to see you. Shout out to Miss Camille on the check-in. Good to see you. Hey, Letitia, what's up? What's going on? Shout out to Miss Letitia in the building. Sky Swizzy in the building. What's good, Sky Swipe? Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you pulling up. What's up, Taylor the Natural? What's going on? What's going on? Let me put the tip in. Salute, my brother. Shout out to my comrade on the check-in, Mr. Sutton. Salute, my brother. Salute. Make sure y'all like and share today's show, man. Make sure y'all like and share today's show because we are going to get into it. We got part two lined up for you guys today, as promised. And we're going to get into the video. We're going to stop where we left off at. If you need to catch up, you might have to catch part one because I'm not going to do a bunch of recapping on today's show. We're going to get right into it. We're going to fast forward through part one, and then we're going to get to part two of Danae Jackson's interview on Future Wifey's podcast. Shout out to Future Wifey's podcast, by the way. Yaninka Bay, salute. Shout out to Cartel. What's good, Cartel? Salute. So, fair use. This is for educational purposes only. Shout out to my guy, Fierce Soul. Salute, Fierce Soul. Salute, my brother. So I'm going to share my screen. We're going to, as I said, get through this last piece of part one, and then we're going to get into part two. Then we're going to get into part two. Oh, yeah, we're going to get into part two of her interview. But there's still a few more things we need to unpacking on this first part of the interview. So let's get to it. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to everyone in the building. Make sure y'all hit the like button and share the show. Hit the like button and share today's show. We are reviewing Danae Jackson, Derek Jackson's ex-wife. We are reviewing her interview. And we're going to break it down. Because as we did discover on last show, she's not the innocent girl, everyone thinks she is. So let's get into it.
Her commitment there.
We do.
Y'all's in a relationship.
We got to tone it all the way down.
Okay, we're gonna
Bring
tone
it
it down to
down.
Danae. What we're gonna
So
call it?
we're gonna call it a situationship.
Y'all was in a situation.
We was in a situationship for a long time.
So y'all.
Wait a minute. And this is where we stopped off yesterday. We stopped off here. Now, notice Danae just corrected this guy. She said that for 9 years, they were not in a relationship. There was no commitment for 9 years. This is coming out of her mouth, not Derek's. Because y'all do know I'm already getting called a misogynist for doing part one. Somebody done already came in the comment section and said I'm a misogynist. How evil Derek Jackson is. Right? But she just said out of her mouth, as I told the young lady in the comment section, all I'm doing is reviewing what's coming out of her mouth. I'm not making this woman look any type of way. I'm reviewing what she's saying. I'm not making anything up. I'm not drawing any conclusions, but based on what's coming out of her mouth. You see? So this is not about defending Derek. I was never team Derek Jackson. Never. And a lot of guys weren't. Hey, Miss Angie. Good to see you, sweetheart. Glad you're here. One of my main mods in the building. Right? But she just said out of her own mouth, and I'm going to rewind it so y'all can hear it again, that they weren't even committed to one another for 9 years. I'm going to rewind it so you can hear it.
Y'all was in a relationship.
We got to tone it all the way down.
Okay, we're gonna
Bring
tone
it
it down to Danae. What we're gonna
So
call it?
we're gonna call it a situationship.
Y'all was in a situation.
We was in a situationship for a long time.
So y'all never. So when y'all after 3 days in love, y'all didn't say let's make it official.
We were technically official, but there was a lot of on and offs agains, right? In that, so that's why I say when we talk about commitment, we got to tone it all the way down. We got to go back to the elementary level of the word and start at the beginning.
Yeah, start at the beginning.
Okay. And yes, there was commitment at times. At times, but there was a lot of on and off again. Okay, and through college and even after college, lots of on and off again. And so,
So there was a lot of inconsistencies. Now, notice when she's saying this, she's not blaming Derek for anything. She didn't say Derek wasn't committed. She said there wasn't any commitment. There was commitment on and off. Notice which she's not pointing anything at Derek. You know why? Because she has been complicit in all of this. She has been a part of all of this. That's why she's not singling out Derek. Because she was a part of the non-commitment. What's up, peace, love? She was a part of the non-commitment. She was part of just, remember what she said, pure ecstasy. Meaning, Danae Jackson was in love with getting dick down. Okay? She was in love with that dick. Derek's dick. Okay? So, once again, where's Derek at in the blame for this? She was stigmatized for 9 years. Not 9 months, not 9 days, not 9 weeks. 9 years. She chose to allow Derek to do what he was doing while she was doing what she was doing, as long as Derek bought that dick back. See, we're gonna get a little rough today. Cause see, when y'all want to come in my comment section and start calling me a misogynist, we have a problem, Houston. So let's get this clear. She said for 9 years, she allowed to just get dick down by a nigga. Now, since I'm a misogynist, now let's get raw and uncut with it. She was just laying around getting piped down for 9 years. That's it. The same shit y'all get on the internet and tell these women not to be doing. How y'all try to get on the internet and try to make dick out to be something that's no longer valuable to women. Ask Danae Jackson. Ask her. And your same women that's getting on here talking all this shit, Derek would have dickmatized you. Half of y'all are dickmatized by an internet nigga. That ain't Derek Jackson. That ain't Derek Jackson. Oh, but Derek's a narcissist. What about that internet nigga that's throwing dick all up in you? Huh? Oh, so when he hurts your feelings, he gonna be a narcissist too, right? Stop playing games and grow up. Let's get back to let's get back to the footage. Let's get back to Danae's words. Everybody a goddamn narcissist when you don't get your way. Grow up.
Leading up to our marriage, we were actually off, right? We were actually off. We were living in North Carolina at the time, 2015, going into 2016, late 2016. We went our separate ways because there was other people involved, and there had already been other people involved even in college, right? And so
be specific. Other people, what you mean?
Other women. There was
did you ever have other guys that you were dating?
In college there was a guy, Fabian, who I was
you talking. Say the man's name. You done said the man's name. Fabian, mind his own business.
Listen.
So she ain't up here throwing niggas under the bus. She just said out her mouth she was fucking other dudes too. One of them name was Fabian. The nigga name was Fabian. Nigga named Fabian. Sound like he had a ponytail. One of them ponytail niggas. One of them suavemente ass niggas. He had a ponytail going down the middle of his back. Nigga named Fabian. He was giving her those Brazilian strokes. She was traveling, wasn't you, Danae? To be hooked onto a narcissist, she sure was getting a lot of free dick. But she was she was a victim of a narcissist. Oh, and fucking Fabian, right? So the narcissist gonna let you go fuck freely. Huh? Add that to y'all synopsis when y'all get up here and talk about narcissists now. So your narcissistic nigga gonna let you go get some dick. Huh? That's what he gonna do? That's what he gonna let you do that. He gonna let you go and be free like he is. So a narcissist allows you to have your way. What? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Okay, let's continue. The nigga name was Fabian. That's just one of them. Notice she don't want to talk about the line of niggas she had. She had a line of niggas. This girl loves switching niggas. I could tell by her attitude. She keep niggas in the pocket. See, the nigga you see with Danae is just the nigga she wants you to see. She got plenty of side niggas. I know what type of chick she is. She's sneaky. She's sneaky. And she got a public face. She has a face for the public. Oh, but behind the scenes, boy, oh boy. Yeah, it's like that. It's like that. Because Danae Jackson, when she get with a nigga, she thinks she own you. Unless she's there to just use you for sex and then get rid of you. That's the type of chick she is. She's the narcissist. Let's get back into her words. She's the narcissist.
Watching the Dear Future White podcast.
He's not. He is no longer with us, unfortunately.
Okay. God rest his soul.
Yes, and so in college there was that, but it wasn't necessarily a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. I actually had used him to I used him to set Derek up because I was tired of him being with all these girls and catching him and going through his phone and watching him do all of his stuff with these girls. And I was
Derek's the narcissist, though. She used Fabian as supply. See, I know that narcissistic shit y'all like to get up here and try to turn into a philosophy too. She used Fabian as supply. She used Fabian to make Derek jealous. That's called narcissistic supply. That's what that's called. Okay? But Derek's the narcissist. Oh, no, that wasn't karma, Lestro, even though I heard you say that women should actually become more narcissistic. I heard you when you said that too. And you too young to even be talking like that. You know what I'm saying? You need to just stay away from fuck niggas, Lestro. I'm gonna just give you a quick little tidbit. Because you a young woman, you a young mother. And no, women don't need to be more narcissistic. Women need to use their goddamn brain a little more and stop being so naive. You becoming narcissistic is not going to protect you from naivety. Okay? That's my message to you, baby girl. Becoming Danae Jackson is not the answer. Okay? That's not the answer to you getting back at niggas. It's not the answer. Okay? See, I be listening. Let's continue.
It's like, and I was working with this guy and I was like, listen, I need you to help me to get him back. And I want to set this up. And we're going to make it look like we're, this great couple. Like I'm cheating over here and all this. So he helped me. He was, he did. And
so what you do? So how'd y'all set it up?
So
what y'all
we had
do?
the same car. We had the same type of car, which was a Subaru, one of those like Fast and the Furious type of cars.
How you get one of those? You had some little money growing up.
Listen, my uncle is a car guy.
Okay.
And so he gave me a car because I was a straight A student. Clearly, look at my pimples and my straight A's, right? And so he gave me a car.
Subaru. She was fly on campus.
I had a 2000 Subaru Impreza, and it was blue, and we had the same car. His was just like 2 years.
You said you and Fabian.
Yeah, we had the same car. So we would, I would set up times for us to go race, and we worked together. So clearly, I was at work when I wasn't in class. So there's that. And then I would set up times where like I would be like let's meet up at this place, and I knew Derek would find out about it, and I wanted him to because I wanted him to pay.
You wanted him to be jealous.
I wanted him to. Like I've sat there and watched. Literally looked through his phone and watched him have sex with other girls
on the phone.
On the phone, like I literally watched it, and so that was soul crushing. At that time, this is well before we're married, but I've seen it multiple times,
What did she just say out her mouth? She wanted Derek to pay. Why didn't you leave, Danae? If you were so crushed, why wouldn't this woman just walk away from Derek? After she saw him having sex with another woman in the phone the first time, why didn't she leave? Then she saw it again. 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 She kept going back to watch the videos. If she's so hurt and destroyed, why do she continue to accept the abuse? Sakbase, salute. She literally was going through Derek's porn collection, his personal porn collection. That's his personal porn collection. And she's just watching it, getting turned on by it. Because now she wants to make him pay. Oh, you want to have sex with different girls and put it on your phone? I'm not on your phone. Watch this. That's what this is about. When is she ever going to show signs of being a victim? I need you women who call me a misogynist, because I know you're listening. I know you're listening. Tell me, when is she going to show signs of narcissistic abuse? Shout out to MR. Salute. I need y'all to tell me. My man Suavemente in the building. Shout out to my guy Third Ward. What's good, Boogie Man? Salute, my brother. I need y'all to come down out the clouds, come out your clubhouse, and let me know, when is she showing signs of narcissistic abuse? Because she's a victim of a narcissist. Show me where the abuse is. Show me any indicators. We getting ready to play the video again. Show me any indicators. Come in the chat room and tell me where I'm wrong at. I don't mind being corrected. Don't mind. So if she's a victim of a narcissist, show me the narcissistic abuse. Show me the indicators. Show me the signs of it. Because I don't hear any of the verbiage. I don't see any of the body language. So tell me where she's a victim of a narcissist. We're gonna keep playing this. And then we're gonna get to part 2, where it really gets spooky. When it really gets spooky.
But girl, several, this is just in college. We're not talking even about marriage.
After that. Yeah, we're gonna get there in a little bit. We're
right?
gonna talk about straight college. How did we get here?
So there was a lot of anger and bitterness, and I never once really confronted him about it. I always kind of like sat on it and just buried it. Mostly I feel like now I'm looking back on it, it was a fear of rejection.
Yeah.
And abandonment.
Because you felt like if you spoke up, he gonna leave.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, I don't want him to leave me. Like, so I have to just take this. But then at the same time, it was creating this deep-seated hatred and resentment and spitefulness. And so here I go, setting him up. And it worked.
Fabian. So how'd y'all say?
She telling y'all. This man literally ran through her. She allowed herself to get ran through and took it. She took it. She took it. This is what she said. She sat on it and buried it. This is before they were married. And that stuff did what? It built resentment, anger. And she wanted to get him back. She didn't want to leave because she didn't want to lose him, because what she wants is him. She don't want a good man. She don't want a husband. She don't want a man that's going to protect, provide, problem solve, and properly procreate with her. She just want a man who look good and got some good dick. Danae Jackson. Not big booty Keisha from the projects. Remember, Danae grew up with white boys. Not big booty Keisha from the projects. No. Not Shaw Keisha. Not none of them. Not Hot Girl Summer. Not none of them. Not Carisha and JT and Lotto and Mellow Bucks. Not none of those. The Danae Jacksons of the world just want a fine nigga with some good dick. But y'all blame the hood girls. What about Danae Jackson? She ain't from the hood. Why all she want is a fine nigga with some good dick? Come out the clouds, ladies. Yep, we calling you to the floor today. Tell me why Danae Jackson like the same archetype of nigga as your ass, and you grew up in the middle of Marcy projects. Why? Oh, that's who fault is that? Oh, you gonna blame rap music? It was Snoop Dogg calling you the B word? Huh? It was her daddy. It was her daddy fault. The same man who left her mama, who probably was dysfunctional, and got married and had a better life for himself. Right, so it's her daddy fault. Whose fault is it if it's not Danae's? Shout out to my man Dion. Shout out to my man Deez. What's good, Deez? Who fault is it? That she don't want a good man. See, Derek Jackson is not a narcissist. We always said Derek wasn't shit. The same men who y'all say is dusty and we mad and we jealous, we told y'all Derek Jackson wasn't shit. Derek Jackson is a jock. That's what we always called him. We know about dudes like him who on a goddamn football team, who a star receiver, some shit. We know all about them niggas. Them niggas grew up with us. We know them. These are homeboys. These are homeboys. All of us didn't grow up and make it far in sports. Some of us stopped at the collegiate level. Some of us stopped at high school. These are the same niggas. We told y'all Derek wasn't shit. Now he a narcissist because y'all found out we were right. So now the nigga got to be a narcissist. Beat it. Wrong. Sorry. Danae is the narcissist. Because this is the first time in her life she ever been with a black man who got some good dick. Because before that, she was smashing them white boys. Let's talk about it. And she got with old Derek, and he was both flexing that ass. And that's what she don't want to let go. And now she want to show up all these other women who getting that dick. That's why she dressed like this now. Look at her now, y'all. Look at me now. Come and look at me now. Come and look at me now. She competing for dick. She ain't even competing for a man. Let's continue.
Set it up.
So we would be at work conspiring, and there's actually a group of us, all right? We would be at work conspiring, and I'm coming over, like, let me come over to your house, you know, after this, or I'm gonna come out late, or I'm gonna tell him that I'm with all the girls, but we're gonna like link up and do this. So he can I want him to see it. I want him to catch it. I want him to feel everything that I have been feeling with all these women, all these girls that he's been with. I want him to feel all of it. And I'm here for it.
And then what happened?
Well, years later, I was still dealing with the effects of it, because I never really like confessed to setting him up until like way later. Like,
so you and Fabian never did nothing?
No.
Y'all ain't kiss, y'all ain't do nothing.
No.
And so you
you see how, hold up. Now, do y'all see how narcissistic Danae Jackson is? She literally just sat up there and lied and said she ain't fuck Fabian. See, because a narcissist can do that when you're just supply. They could just write you off and act like you never existed. You never existed. You don't even count. You don't count as a body. Yeah, I ain't never fuck him. Yeah, he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy I used to talk to. That's what they tell you. See, listen, I know. This bullshit. Of course she fucked Fabian. That's why she chose him as supply. She had to make sure he measured up a little bit. And she still wanted to get her rocks off. You see? So she's lying. She's lying. And she just proved why she stayed with Derek. She stayed with Derek because she never confessed to him that she was trying to set his ass up the whole time. And she knew that she couldn't stand in her right position and demand something when she was doing dirt too. Now, we're going to get to part 2. Let's get to part 2 now. We heard enough of part 1. She exposed herself enough.
What did that do to you?
Now, we're going to get to part 2 now. Shout out to everyone in the building. Shout out to everyone in the building. Shout out to my comrade, the Book of Ronan, on the check-in. Salute, my brother. Chris the Rebel. What's up, Chris the Rebel? Shout out to my guy, Bucket. What's good, Bucket? Dark Sloth. What's going on, Dark Sloth? This is a church lady. Nah, she's not a church lady, Sakpase. She said in the beginning of the interview that she was not always a Christian. She actually just became a Christian. She just starting to learn the ways and the actions and a lot of the words. She said, she admitted at the beginning of this part of part one, because I just put on part two, that she wasn't a Christian, my brother. She said she just got into it. What's good, L. Nixon? Salute, my brother. Club Fortune. What's good, Club Fortune? Narcissists are notorious for meat and cheek audits. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So let's get into part two. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit the like button and share the show. Hit the like button and share the show. Hit that like button and share the show. Fair use, fair use. Shout out to the Future Wifey podcast, but this is fair use, and I'm just reviewing your video, my brother. Let's get to it. Les Troll says, church be where all the players at. How you know? How you know? Let me leave you alone. Let me leave you alone before you go live and curse me out. I know this nigga ain't called me out. Let me leave you alone. Travis Rogers in the building. What's good, Travis? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Didn't know who I was. I actually have a couple posts on my page where it's like, I have a post that says, I knew her body better than I knew my own.
Stop. Let that sit there.
I knew her body more than I knew my own. Do y'all know that? Do y'all know that's textbook narcissism? Do y'all know that? Do y'all know? Let YouTube tell it. It's some other shit. Narcissists study people, and they will become that person to get what they want. She studied these women for 9 years. This is why she was watching the game tapes. The game tapes was the porn tapes, was the porn clips in Derek's phone. She studied the game tapes. She wanted to know how to be a top athlete. She's a narcissist. Because it ain't in her to be none of those women. She know that. But she'll do anything to prove that she's better, that I'm the best. I'm the reason why you should be doing all this stuff with me. Those girls are just fun. I'm the main attraction. I knew their body more than I knew my own, because she didn't like the body she was in. Textbook narcissism. Textbook narcissism. But you let YouTube tell it, it's something else. It's just victimhood. Okay.
You said you knew another woman's body better than you knew your own.
Yes, several women. I knew several other women's bodies better than I knew my own. And I spent a lot of time, like I went in such a deep hole where I was like studying these women. I would go to their profiles and I would study their pages and like what they wear. I knew when they had met up. So I watched their videos of them having sex. So I would try to imitate that and recreate that in our relationships so that he could choose me and want me.
I never imagined my public healing would inspire others.
I just said every goddamn thing this woman just said before she said it. And I didn't watch this beforehand. Y'all know I don't take notes. I don't have templates. Don't nobody tell me what to say or tell me where to go. None of that. How did I just say every goddamn thing she said out her mouth verbatim? How? Because I wanted him to choose me. When I want you to, when I let you go play with other women, you can, Derek. See? I run this shit, Derek. I let you go and have fun when I say so. You don't go, you don't control your dick. That dick belong to me. Who do you think you are thinking you could use your dick the way you want to, Derek Jackson, when you done stuck it all up in me? That's what she's saying. This is a narcissistic woman. Once you, a lot of these fellas, this is why. This is why. This is why. I'm not going to say that because I usually say that, but I'm not going to say that because I know certain people be watching. But fellas, this is a struggle for me because I'm trying to find another analogy. Work with me, y'all. Work on me, Lord. I need to clean up my verbiage. But fellas, this is why you can't be, how do I say this? How do I say this without being, fellas, you gotta stop. El Nixon know what I'm getting ready to say. Fellas, this is why you can't be hitting that button. That's what came to my head, bro. MR. That's what came to my head, bro. That's the most censored thing I could come up with. You can't, fellas, you can't be hitting that button. See, when you start hitting that button, you know that button down there, that button, not that button you think. No. The button. Not the flicker. The button. The button. Okay? Y'all know what I'm talking about, guys. That's all. I'm going to leave it there. But this is Derek hit that girl button. Derek hit that button. Danae was not used to that button getting pressed. So now you belong to me. See this? Fellas, in our world, we know what we say. But this is why we know we can't be hitting that button. If we, because listen, because if you're not ready to deal with come behind these types, you cannot hit that button. Because she's gonna kirk out on you. She's gonna start coming up with shit in her mind. Cause you done hit that button. See? And Derek knew from the first time he saw her, he was going to be using her for slurps and studies. Let's just be honest. When he first saw Danae Jackson, he said, oh, I'm going to get some good top from her. And she's going to help me pass my exams. This is where he relegated Danae Jackson to. Slurps and studies. Why did he do this? Not because he's a narcissist. It's because he's a fucking athlete. Now, I don't want to hear y'all do no video. Well, you do know most athletes are narcissistic. How? And do you turn around and say most athletes are mama's boys? Pick a struggle, please. Okay, so Derek's not a narcissist. Get out my comment section calling me a misogynist. Talking about I'm defending a narcissist. Derek Jackson is too corny to be a narcissist. He's too corny. He doesn't have any game. He's not manipulative enough. Look how she was able to just go on his phone and find the fucking sex footage. He not slick enough to be a goddamn narcissist. What y'all talking about? He's not manipulative enough. He is not mentally abusive enough. Because he doesn't have that type of I don't give a fuck attitude. See that? Derek Jackson is just an athlete who lies and get pussy. Simple. He is your normal lying to get pussy dude. Simple. That's it. And he a nigga that's in shape. He got his body game up. This is why women like him. It's just that simple. When Derek Jackson come around other guys, he's in the background. He gets the girl, right? He gets the girl that's with the girlfriend who acts, who that nigga over there that's quiet? That's Derek. That's Derek. Derek's not, he's not a player. He's not none of that. To be a narcissist. Stop. Stop it. He's just an athlete that enjoys getting pussy. Like most athletes do. Especially in their high school and collegiate days, because that's when they get it for free the most. I can get free head and she's going to do my homework. It's that simple. Where's the narcissism in that? Where's the narcissism in that? She's going to do my homework. She's going to do all my reports because I'm dicking her down. But she's not the only one. Because she's just in my calculus class. What about my other classes? I don't do homework. I play sports. So what he do to get his homework done, he drops dick off. How does he study for tests? He drops dick off. What is all this narcissism shit coming from? Where's all that coming from? Yes, 9 years of dick deliverance. That is what Danae Jackson went through, peace, love. 9 years of dick deliverance. She has been delivered. She said it in part 1 that Derek gave her her black card. Dick deliverance. I'm delivered. Ask Andre Caldwell and why he said he was delivered. Let me get back to the video. let me get back to the video. Hey, Classy Creole, good to see you, sweetheart. Good to see you. Shout out to the Future Wifey podcast again, by the way. Let me fast forward that a little bit.
Thick and crystal clear on here.
Define wedded bliss.
What is that?
Define not being inappropriate.
Right. Define it.
Define it. Define it.
You know, like let's define a lot of things. Okay. So
I understand what you mean when you go through what you've been through, because when you deal with that certain type of personality, it'll make you have to rethink and restructure and reimagine what words actually mean, because those words can be used against you, and we'll dig deeper into that. And so now we left off, you're in your first year of marriage.
Yes.
And you found that Derek was having
let me just say this real quick to the women that's in the comment section, not in the chat, but in the comment section on part 1, calling me a goddamn misogynist. Can you please ask Danae Jackson, why does she still marry Derek? Why does she still marry him?
inappropriate conversations with people from his past that he had a sexual relationship with. And then later on, you'd begin to find out that it wasn't just conversations. It had moved to actual sexual acts.
Yes. Yes. And again, I didn't find that out until 2019. So we got married January 2018. I found out in November of 2019 that there was a lot of conversations that had turned into physical interactions from that point. So in that time span, I had actually began working on myself. I had 500 followers at the time.
Oh, look at you, 500 followers.
500. I was doing big things.
Feel like you're doing something. You like, I got
all kinds of big things. I was known.
What? What the? What does 500? What does her followers have to do with any of this? Look at her face. Look at her face. See, this is why I love when I pause the video, because it always speaks to exactly what I'm talking about. Look at her face. This is about her. This whole interview, parts 1 and part 2, is her. It's her way of freeing herself. Look at her. I had 500 followers. I was known. We don't care. Derek's the star. Oh, is he? Or is he the star? Is he the star? Because it seems like you won't allow him to be the star, young lady. It seems like you have a problem with a person who's seen more in the limelight than you. You do know that's a personality flaw, right? You do know that's called envy, right? Like we got a guy out here named DJ Envious. You know that's envy, right, Danae? Derek's the narcissist, though. She's talking about followers. She's talking about followers. Of course, it's not a big flex, bro. It's a big flex to her. She's the narcissist. Okay. We went through one interview. Then we're going to go through this interview. Ladies, can y'all please tell me if y'all been listening, if y'all watched yesterday's show, if y'all been watching thus far, can you tell me how many times she said that she loved Derek Jackson? At any point, did she say she loved Derek? How much she loved Derek? Did y'all hear that? At any point, did y'all hear that? Because I don't think I did. But y'all could correct me if I'm wrong. We're going to get back to the video. Sound off in the chat room, ladies. Let me know. Did y'all ever hear this woman say how much she loved Derek? Or was she speaking on infatuation?
People knew who I was. Okay.
He over here with 1 point something million. You had 500.
Everybody knew who I was. Okay. And so I had actually started a little journey on Instagram at the time with like losing weight. I had lost 66 pounds. I told you I had enrolled. Thank you. I had enrolled in therapy. So my therapist is like helping me through this time as I'm losing weight. And I'm like, yeah, I'm becoming a better person, a better woman. I'm becoming more secure, like in myself and confident in myself. Look at all this weight I just lost. I've been putting this work in. I'm fine.
After 2 kids.
2 whole kids. I'm looking fine. Okay. And then it was at that point I'm like, I want to start traveling with you. I'm going on tour with you. So then he did the self-love tour with Steven Speaks and all that. And I was there at almost every tour stop.
Did people know who you were when they saw you?
They did not know who I was until I said I'm his wife. And there was a few times where I had to, I mean, literally our team, because I coordinated our team to travel with us, the people that I hired to come with us. And they were literally like holding me back at some of these events, like, don't do it. And I'm like,
well, what were you about to do?
Listen, I was not always saved. Okay. So there's, you know, when you have a husband that is in the spotlight, women feel like they can do whatever they want. They can talk to him how they could touch however they want. Oh, you're so fun. These little touches turn into something else.
Some more touches.
Other touches, right? There was a lot of that. There's a woman that was bold enough to sit on his lap and he didn't even do anything about it. And I had better words from at that time because I had been in therapy. So I was practicing those tools and, you know, it still was like, okay, well, this is part of my job. This is what comes with it. You have to be more secure. And I'm like, I'm secure, but it is not okay for this to happen, you know? And so that just kind of became a dynamic throughout the rest of the tour, but we made it through by God's grace. But yeah, there was a couple times where they had to hold me back.
So he welcomed you on the tour. It wasn't like he was trying to tell you to stay at home.
He didn't tell me to stay. He let me come. I was running things. I was taking pictures of him and all the people. And I, you know, when it got out of control, I would give a look and be like, you know, I am his wife. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
Because I didn't know he was married. I didn't know he was married until the infamous bonnet video. I never knew he was married.
A lot of people apparently didn't know he was married, but he did make a couple of videos here and there that said he was married.
What video was that?
So you running around on tour with a nigga who ain't even claiming you. Derek's the narcissist though, but she's fighting for a nigga who not even claiming her. Shout out to GQ. She's very calculating. She was taking pictures for Derek, taking pictures of him. So she's not even behaving as a wife. she has never positioned or haven't been in position as a wife to Derek. She has been a perpetual side chick. The nigga only married her so she could continue to work for him. So this girl was playing a role of a goddamn assistant. This is Sanaa Lathan. This is Sanaa Lathan fucking Cartwright. Oh, so Cartwright was a narcissist too, right? Okay.
It was a long, like probably like when we first got married, he did a video on YouTube where he was actually live on YouTube. And it's still, I don't know if it's still up there, but he talked about our marriage and how we got married and all that. And then Don't Forget Your Crown, he talks about me and him and our relationship
that a
and us
book?
getting
What is
married.
it?
Yeah, that's one of his books. And he talked about us getting married, which was his number one like book outside of A Cheating Man's Heart series. I got some.
I saw some shade right there.
But
She said a cheat.
but
Now, let's break that part down real quick. Notice what she just said. His number one selling book. Notice she prefaced that he talked about her in his number one selling book. And then the book after that was one of his bestsellers, was about him talking about cheating on her. Notice how she threw that shade out there. So she's letting women know he's successful because of me. I chose to be what I chose to be so I can have him. He's winning because of me. Why wouldn't he choose me? None of these other women have done this. You don't have any number one selling books talking about any other women. You're talking about me. Narcissism. Pure narcissism. And you got to remember, fellas, women like this, they can't love you. They cannot love you because they don't love themselves. They cannot love you. Understand this.
it is. It's called A Cheating Man's Heart, and it's the 3-part book. Outside of that, Don't Forget Your Crown is right there where he talks about me and us. My name is all up in the book, and our relationship, parts of it are in there.
He said parts of it.
And so
the man be throwing his little shade up. You got to catch it because you just toss it out there a little bit.
I am a woman of God. You know, like I have integrity, and
she said parts of it.
It is. It's the truth, though. There are parts of it in there, and parts of it are true. So he did talk about it a little bit, but it was not this, you know, how we see most people like, oh, this is my wife.
Yeah.
You know,
you ain't gonna see no Gabrielle and Dwayne Wade type of stuff,
right,
or Sierra and Russell.
Right.
You know.
Right. And then when I started asking for that, it was like, you gonna make the block hot. And I'm like, I don't care if I make the block hot. I'm your wife. And
he's gonna make the block hot.
So
what did that mean to you? What do you mean by that? When you say you're gonna make the block hot?
Well, by the time I was really like forceful, like, hey, you need to take a stand for who you're. If you're saying you want me, you need to take a stand. I need to see this translated. And it was like, well, you know, it's like, okay, I'm just coming off of this, gonna make the block hot, you know, like.
There it is. Didn't I say this who she was? Don't roll your eyes now. Let's troll. Don't roll your eyes now. I told y'all, this is who this girl is. You gonna pick me, nigga. You got 2 selling books because of me. The stories that's selling is about me. Now you gonna choose me, or this shit is over. There is no other women wins. Not with Danae Jackson. Not with this archetype of woman. See that? Either you give her what she wants or she'll destroy you. If you don't leave her, she'll destroy you. That's what she's out to do now. Why? Because Derek didn't give her what she wanted. Derek wants a divorce. Because Derek is a nigga who don't know how to deal with women. See? He don't know how to sit down with a woman and work anything out. He's a bozo. Derek runs. He flees. He runs. What's up, Josiah? He runs. And I see you, Grad. What's going on? Good to see you. Clement Gray. What's good, Clement Gray? He flees. So this is what he's doing with Danae. Because Danae has become someone he don't know anymore. She's become a new girl. And he can't control her the way he was controlling her. Because now she understands that this nigga is weak. So now I'm in the driver's seat. This is what she realized. And I spoke on this in a series about sexual submissive men. See, now she's coming out to air Derek ass out and to make him look some type of way because now she don't respect him. Now she don't respect him. See? Now she don't respect him as a man. See that?
I had to let go of these people and they're going to be upset. And I'm like, I don't care.
Let go what people? What are you talking about?
The women.
He didn't tell you that. He didn't tell you that if you come out and share, if he comes out and share that y'all are married, that he would have to let go of women.
He was saying that he had to let go of these women, right? Behind the scenes. I'm going to make the block hot, or he's going to make the block hot, or I'm going to make the block hot for him posting me after he's let go of these women because their feelings are going to be hurt. Right?
Are you talking about women that you knew about prior to the marriage? Prior
to the marriage, in the marriage. Okay, so when I was very forceful about it,
yes.
When I was very forceful about it, we had this is like 2 years ago, so we already in the marriage. So when I was like, you need to take a stand. You want me back. This is what needs to happen.
Okay, so we fast forwarded.
Yeah.
So this is when you took because you mentioned in part 1 that it was an 8-month.
Yeah, so I was gone for 8 months. So I left in February of 2020 I left Georgia and I went to Denver and I slept on my mama's couch with my 2 kids for 8 months. And I stayed away.
Leave?
There was a lot. It was a lot going on at that time. I had already knew about the infidelity since Thanksgiving, around the Thanksgiving time where we hosted his whole family in our house. And that was the hardest thing I had to do, to sit there and be with his family and all that. I went to Thailand with my mom and my best friend a couple weeks after that. And
wait a minute. So you mean to tell me that when she was looking like this, that middle picture, This is when you had to host his family into your house. You was looking like this. Huh? Because notice, she keeps bringing up infidelity as if she's not well aware of infidelity. Well, excuse me. I guess the cheating he did before didn't count. It counts now because they're married. But she just said in the last interview, before they were married, all of the cheating and all of that shit built resentment up in her for Derek. So now you mean to tell me you erased all of that cheating, the 9 years, and started fresh, and then this is when all the cheating and stuff mattered. So it didn't matter now, the fact that you're Derek Jackson, you blew up, you got 2 successful books, you're going on tour. So that's not the catalyst, huh, Danae? The catalyst is now you're married. Okay.
And I was talking to the Lord and I was like, okay, Lord, I can't continue to do this. And I was like, okay, you need to choose between the condo and the family that you created. Right. And I really feel like I heard that from the Lord to tell him to do that, because he was spending a lot of time. We had a condo and then we had a mansion. And I was in a mansion, a 9,000 square foot mansion by myself with 2 kids, more nights than I should be. Like the people that clean our house were in there more with me and the kids than he was. And so I really felt like I heard that from the Lord, like, hey, choose between the condo you're spending all your time and the family you created. And he got so upset. Like, what do you mean this?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, you need to choose like what you're gonna do. And at that point, I still had not told him that I know about all of the stuff.
Again, that's amazing how you came out and talked about it in premarital counseling, and then now you withdrew again and didn't bring it up again in marriage.
Right, because that scared. Okay, all of the anger that I received.
Because you're manipulative, Danae. You're a liar, Danae. You will fix, cut, paste, scrape, and do anything for shit to go your way, Danae. That's why you bring things up in counseling and then withdraw it and hold shit back, because you're a liar and you're a manipulator. And it's because you always want to look right. Because you don't want to face yourself when you do shit yourself. Because the shit that you do, you feel justified and vindicated in it. That's why you look for somebody to blame. Danae. That's why you hold shit back. You hold shit back because you like to have trump cards on niggas. Narcissism.
After just telling him how I actually felt, like how I was impacted by his decision making in that time, and his reaction to that, it was not like that didn't invite safety.
Yeah.
That didn't invite like, oh, continue to do this. Like I at that point still had not even unpacked the rape trauma. So all of that is like fear. Like, okay, if I continue to talk about this, it's going to push him away. We're married now. I'm definitely not trying to get a divorce and be left with these 2 kids by myself. And, I quit my job to be a stay-at-home mom and to work with him. And, so I just withdrew within self. I had not overcome.
Ladies, this is a classic example of writing a check with your ass, with your mouth that your ass can't cash. See, now what she's trying to do, she's trying to make excuses for lying and never being upfront and honest with Derek about her life. And Derek never gave a fuck because slurps and studies. And then when it was time to get out of school, she was just my assistant that I was smashing on. She never meant nothing really to Derek because she never showed up like she meant anything. She just wanted to be better than the rest of the thoughts. That's all. But now, oh, I was so scared to tell him. How many years y'all been together now? What's your excuse for still being scared to tell him? Why would he leave you after all this time? Because y'all was never really together and you knew that. You knew that. And you had children by him, knowing he didn't really know you. This is what you women do. And then you want to call a nigga a narcissist. You want to call a nigga a narcissist, but you literally trauma bonded your way through life and use sex as your cover up for shit. This is what these women be doing. And this is why they call a man a narcissist, because he won't stop smashing. So as long as she keep giving up her little traumatic box, you're not supposed to take it. You're supposed to see the good in her and don't accept her trauma. This is what they think you're supposed to do. But what happens when you do it? They scold you for it. You see? This woman is asking a man who never knew who the hell she was to be her husband. You see? You see? This is a problem, fellas. This is why I say she's a narcissist. She can't love you. The Danae Jackson archetype. There's a lot of women out here that's just like Danae Jackson. It's an archetype. Understand that these women are not designed to love certain types of men. They don't know how to. Understand this. And even after all of this shit that she's up here talking about right now, she still wants Derek. She still wants him. This is why she can never love you.
All those things yet. I hadn't unpacked all those things yet. So fear, I was almost like intimidated by him. And then you add on some things that I had not dealt with my daddy issue. All of it kind of equated into me withdrawing back into self, into my little shell. So again, I had to unpack all of those things just to get to a point to be in a sound mind.
So when you left, what did you say when you left?
I didn't say anything.
He just came home one day, he was gone.
Well, he was at the condo. He decided he was going to go to the condo because we had a big falling out.
So it's a condo in the same city?
Yeah, it's in Atlanta. It was in downtown, midtown.
So you had a condo in the house?
We had a 9,000 square foot mansion in the same neighborhood that the Migos, one of the Migos people, I don't even know their name, but one of them lived like not far.
So why do you think you need a condo for?
He needed a condo so he could record. I was told the condo was supposed to be for business, for recording, to get this look, for the webinars and all that. That was what that was for. But little did I know, we was out here living our best lives, whole full-blown relationships.
Duh.
Okay, so
I would want to say duh on that. Duh.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like if you have a
shout out to my brother, the Black Man's Heart podcast in the building. Danae, why the hell you act like you not used to dealing with Derek's other women? Why is this a surprise to you? Oh, we're in a whole other relationships. He was doing that 9-10 years ago. Remember when y'all wasn't committed, when it was a situationship? Remember, Danae?
A whole condo. You first of all, if you really want to do something, you got a 9,000 square foot house. You can put a whole studio in that 9,000 square foot
Right,
house.
but no, we have kids, too loud. You know, there's all these things, the reason why that couldn't happen.
Sure, you could have built the studio in the backyard of that bad boy.
There was a lot of space.
I imagine so. In Atlanta, the 9,000 square foot house, I can only imagine what that backyard looked like.
Ridiculous. Right? And so yeah, so he had the condo it's supposed to be for business, but he spent more nights there than he did at home. So anyway, he ended up going back to the condo because um I had said some things like as it relates to scripture that he didn't like agree with and all that, and it just turned into a big thing. And I was like, you need to be delivered. I just came I learned a lesson. You just can't come at somebody.
Let's go to Akuma. She's a victim of a narcissist, but she told her narcissistic abuser that he needs deliverance. Now, we just spoke earlier on how she got delivered. But now she's telling her man he needs deliverance. The one who admitted to being in a situationship for 9 years, literally watched her man smash other women and try to and become those other women. Now he needs deliverance. Who do you think you are, Danae Jackson? Who the fuck do you think you are? This is what kills me with these narcissistic women. Because they the shit that come out their mouth. I just give them that look like, oh, okay. And then they had that stupid look on their face like, oh, what I say? You know what the fuck you said. Oh. See how they play that role? Stop playing with me. See, that's the type of girl Danae Jackson is. She's a narcissist. Who do you think you are to tell somebody they need to be delivered? When this man has literally been delivering sausage pizza to your ass for how many goddamn years? You've been eating sausage strombolis with nothing to drink for how many years, Danae? And then you gonna tell this nigga what he need to become? Who you think you are? When you've always been what the hell he told you to be. And if you didn't know, you figured it out. So who the hell are you? Who you think you talking to, Danae? He put your ass in that mansion. Who you think you talking to? Who you think you talking to? You get you some good dick in your life. Now you think you can run your mouth. And you start switching your head. Don't hit that button, fellas. On some of these women, you better not hit that button. Because you get Danae Jackson. Some of these women turn into Danae Jackson. Some of them turn into the goddamn Exorcist. Some of them turn into Jodi Arias. And some of them will cut your balls off and throw it in the woods. But see, now we in a time where they'll kill you. They'll kill off your image. They'll destroy you. They'll destroy you socially. This is what she's doing, because this is how Derek makes his money, through his image. So why not come up here and put a little smut on his image? See this? This woman just sat here and said she haven't unpacked shit in her, nothing she ever unpacked in her life. Now she gonna tell her man he need to be delivered. See why I say she could never love you? See why I say that? See why I say she could never love you? What's good, UFO? See why I say she could never love you?
Be like, you need to be delivered. So I learned a lesson in that.
You said what? You learned that you can't tell somebody.
You just can't be like, hey, you need to be delivered. You got demons. I didn't know that though at the time.
Because you was a new Christian.
I was new.
Yeah, you was new in this thing.
I was new. I was just like, I just found out about deliverance. So this is okay to say, like, you need to be delivered. You need to be delivered. This is why. And I know 2 people that can do it. So we need to figure it out so we can go. You can get delivered. I get delivered. Everybody's happy, right?
Textbook narcissism. They always look to fix you, but never them. This is how you know who the narcissist is. Throughout all the parts, she's talking about how she's constantly trying to fix Derek, trying to make Derek become something, trying to make Derek realize things and see things. Yeah, you're the narcissist. See, because what you don't want to see is that Derek is just a cute nigga who like throwing dick around. You don't see that. Because what you see him as is the come home, stay at home kind of nigga. Because you trying to house and guard that dick. Right, Danae? You're the narcissist. And fellas, don't deal with these types of women. Don't do it. Do not do it. They will destroy you, man. They'll destroy you. And what they're going to do is they're going to pick you apart. They're not going to do the conventional hood style tear down. Oh, he dirty. Oh, he a bum. Oh, he got a little dick. Oh, he don't take care of his kids. You're not going to get that with Danae. Danae is a narcissist. She's going to pick you apart. See, she knows, she studied Derek. So she know how Derek move. She knows what avenues and entities to reach out to get her story out there. She knows. She studied. She worked up under him. Yeah. She's going to make him pay. And a woman who love you won't try to make you pay. Because guess what? She got to love herself enough to leave. See, because even a woman that love you will leave you. If you hurt her enough, she'll leave you. She won't go cheat on you as an excuse to leave you. She won't hold shit back for all these years and then wait for a certain time to talk about it. No. That means she never loved you. Because she'll tell you, I love you, but I got to leave you. Because you won't stop abusing me. Why you didn't hear that come out of Danae Jackson's mouth? Since she was a victim of a narcissist. Huh? She didn't want to leave until Derek didn't do what she told her to. See, when Derek didn't want to do what she said Now she gonna go sleep on her mama couch. Because Derek don't want to stop throwing his dick around. See, she didn't care about Derek staying away, bringing that bag home, because she didn't care about being in a goddamn mansion alone, because it was a mansion. You heard what she said. You heard how she flexed. Yeah, our mansion was in the same neighborhood as the Migos. So that's why she set her ass in the mansion all them goddamn nights. Wasn't because she was with no goddamn narcissist who was abusing her. That dumb shit out of here. Ain't nobody stupid. She's a narcissist. And when he stopped bringing that dick home on a platter, like he used to do, like he's been doing, right? We have a problem, Houston. I'm coming for your ass now, Derek. That's what this is about. She's a narcissist. She can't love you. And she don't love Derek Jackson. She don't love him. She's infatuated with him. Understand this. Gorilla Max, salute. So shout out to everyone for tuning into today's show. Shout out to everyone. Of course, we went into overtime. If y'all would like me to do a part 3, because as y'all can see, we are only at 16 minutes and 31 seconds into part 2 of the video. So if y'all want me to do a part 3, sound off in the chat room. I'm gonna make a poll in the community section to see if y'all want me to come back with this topic tomorrow. You a fool, Akuma. MR1, salute. Iceberg Gaming. What's up, Iceberg Gaming? He says yes. Camille says great analysis. Thank you, sweetheart. Bob says yes, part 3. Make sure you catch part 1, Bob. Make sure you catch part 1, bro. JDJ says part 3, please. Shout out to JDJ. I appreciate it. Thank you, Miss Angie. I'm not finished. Should I come back with part 3? She says, and yes, part 3. Yeah, because I want to continue to expound on this, man. I definitely do. Shout out to my comrades in the building. Salute to all of y'all, man. I appreciate all y'all for pulling up. I appreciate all the visionaries for coming through. I appreciate everyone for listening. If you're in the clouds, if you haven't yet, make sure you hit that like button. Letitia says yes. Boogeyman says she a side piece and enjoys it. Facts. Black Man's Heart Podcast says definitely a part 3. No doubt, comrade. So I got y'all. MR1 says part 3. Definitely a part 3. Okay, so we will be back tomorrow with part 3, as y'all asked. Oh, well, as y'all said, I requested it. Y'all said yes. So we will be back with part 3. I appreciate y'all for tuning into today's show, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that like button and share today's show. Hit the like button and share today's show. If you are new here and you are enjoying the content, make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I drop some new content right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to all the visionaries, man. If y'all enjoyed today's show, y'all would like to monetarily support the show, the Cash App is going across the screen, as well as the PayPal and the Venmo. Shout out to everyone who has financially supported the show. If you have financially supported the show, it's very much appreciated. If you are here, that is the most important thing. So do me a favor, do what's free. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Don't forget, get down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think of today's show. The link to part 1 will be in the description box. If you haven't caught part 1, we will be back tomorrow, same time, 2:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV with part 3 of today's show. Once again, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. DS1 Ross, Sheep Stay Sleep TV, and I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.